My name is Ray Lautenschlager. I'm with the National Organization for Parental Equality. You may not have heard of us, but I have news for you. We have been around, and we have been active, and we have been doing things for 15 years. Our organization has focused primarily on the rights of parents as they go through divorce and the rights of unmarried parents. I could stand here and talk to you about my own personal case, but I have absolutely no intention of doing that. My son's 20 years old. I have no intention of leaving this, as so many other parents have, as they've aged out, as we like to say. It's been a busy year for me. For the past 14 years, I was a director, and then I ended up moving to the number 2 position with an organization called Parents and Children for Equality. At the beginning of the year, Parents and Children for Equality was absorbed by the National Organization for Parental Equality. Nope. Plain and simple. Nope. Nope to dopes. National Organization for Parental Equality, preventing domestic officials who are preventing equality. Bill Towers spoke of it. You're going to hear it again from me. It is time that every organization that is here join under a single banner and gain the strength to fight to protect our families. What many of you don't know about NOPE is that we are the ones who introduced the constitutional argument. 2006 in Detroit, Chuck Evans, one of our founders, at a parenting conference in Detroit, Michigan, presented a paper that broke down the constitutional rights of the state, of the federal, and of the parents when it comes to domestic relations courts. That paper has become the basis for our constitutional argument. There was a gentleman who's a very dear friend of mine, had hoped to be here today, Michael Galuzzo. Michael was the first person in the nation to bring an original action into federal court challenging his state's custody law. I had the pleasure not only of promoting that, but working on that case. It was a true heartbreak when it did not succeed. Michael lost his mother last week, and that was a difficult thing. Difficult for me. His mom and I shared a common birthday. Mabel, I know you're up there. You know where Michael and I want to go. Time for you to start working your little fingers. You can't make the cherry pies now, so now I need you to meddle here. What many of you who have spoken to me through the years may or may not know about me is that I wrote the first equal custody legislation for divorcing parents ever introduced by a state legislature in this nation. We did not get that bill introduced, or passed, I should say. I can tell you this with 100% confidence and a guarantee personally for me that that bill will be introduced again, and that bill will pass. I have bipartisan support in Ohio, not only in the House of Representatives, but in the Senate, to pass this bill. I've worked long and hard to build the coalitions and talk to the people that are necessary to do this. One of those people that I'm working with is a man by the name of Tracy Robinson. Tracy is the head of the Ohio Fatherhood Commission. A couple years back, as he was running for office, Obama spoke out about the need for fathers to be involved in their children's lives. He spoke out as a person who had been raised by a single mother. He suggested that we create this national fatherhood commission. Many states have followed that. Ohio was one of those. Tracy and I met about 2 months ago in a representative's office in Columbus. We had a long discussion with that representative about the new equal custody legislation that I'm proposing. And Tracy made a very strong admission to me. He admitted to me that when he was asked to serve as the head of the Ohio Fatherhood Commission, that he thought the problem was fathers that did not want to be fathers. He told me that what he had learned in the first year and a half of that commission, that was not the problem. The problem was the courts. The problem was the law. When we left that meeting, Tracy turned to me and said, "You guys know what you're doing." I wanted to introduce legislation myself, but I'm not going to do that because I'm going to put the entire weight of the Ohio Fatherhood Commission behind what you are doing. And we are going to get this passed because I'm going to help you by lobbying for you and working with you to bring those that have opposed us around to our side. After that conversation, Chuck Evans, who some of you have heard of, wrote up a very simple explanation of what we're trying to do with an equal custody legislation in Ohio. He called it the Ohio Children's Parental Involvement Act. It's not the legislation itself, it's not the law. It's the selling point. It's called Ohio.